Back, everyone. Today is a very special day. We have our September Member of the Month. Mr. Tim Parrott is here with us today. And Tim, I've said this before, but the entire team would agree with me to say that this one is months, going on years overdue now from how long you've been here and such a staple and founding really member of the gym, someone that was here early on. And we're coming up on actually 2 years at the first of the year, I believe,
yes,
like two
yes.
full years.
Yep.
To start out, we want to get to know you just a little bit better, and maybe those folks that are watching get to know you a little bit better too. Okay. So I'll let you kind of start up. Just tell us about yourself. Anything is up for grabs.
Okay. Well, I lived in Anderson County all my life. Been with the school system now. This is starting my 29th year. I've been the director of schools for the last 5. Before that, was a director of career and technical education in high schools. So really and truly, I feel God led me into that field. I love my job. I love what I do. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's not. But I think that growing up on a farm, I was always in shape. And when I got this job and quit doing a lot of farming, then you don't end up the next day and you're out of shape. But I guess kind of what got me to CrossFit is every time I would go to my doctor, the doctor would say, "Are you doing exercise? Are you doing, are you walking and all those things?" And I'd say, "Well, with my job, I just can't do it." And I remember it was probably last almost 2 years in January, the doctor said, if you don't get your stress under control, don't get your heart, your blood pressure under control, then we're going to have to start doing some medicine. So that was kind of an aha moment for me.
Well, you mentioned a couple of things that I definitely want to dig into. First, the farming. Even though you're doing not as much as you used to, you're still doing quite a bit, it seems. I see what you and Miss Rachel post a lot, and we at the gym get to take advantage of that too. Tim brings us some of this stuff. Tell us about like what you do farming still.
So my father-in-law, he has a cattle farm, and so help him with it quite a bit. My wife, she loves to get outside and do just gardening, beans, corn. We had an acre of corn this year. I think she sold 500 dozen corn, and but it's kind of a stress reliever to just get out. Again, my wife, she does an amazing job. She takes care of all the family and takes care of that, and works from daylight to dark. So it's part of what we do, but I think it's too we have our own beef. We kill it, and so the freezer's full of everything. So
that's it.
It's amazing when you can sit down at a meal and everything you have around grew on your farm.
That's amazing. So. That's amazing. Well, you answered one of my questions that's coming up later already. So a couple things. We know you here as a family first guy. You talk about your family all the time. You welcome them to the gym. Anything you want to talk about with your family specifically?
Well, this Thursday, my daughter, Amanda, she was here for a while, but she's going to have our third child.
Awesome.
Callie's going to be born on Thursday, so we're excited about that. So, I think it is. I think just having grandkids around you and all of those things, we love it.
On your Facebook profile picture, you've got a C10. I know it's pretty special to you as well. This, I think it's a C10 pickup.
Yes.
71. Okay,
yes.
Very cool. Tell us about that. That specifically.
So that truck, my dad bought that truck. I don't know. It had a few miles on it when he bought it, and probably. Well, now it's been probably 30 years ago. He wrecked it, and we pulled it up by the barn and just left it sit there. So when I went to work at the Career and Technical Center, and Randy Sawyer, a real good friend of mine, that I neglect, and if he sees this, he'll say, "You should come and see me more." But they need the project, and so he did Auto Body, and they took it in and redid it. And then I had a guy out in South Clinton that redid the motor for me, and it's just kind of a labor of love. It's not a show truck, but when I get it out, the song "I Drive Your Truck,"
Yeah.
it really brings back some memories. And I've got some pictures. We've got some pictures in my house of when me and my dad and my mom we got took with it. So it's special to me. I really did it for my son, and it's got a pretty big motor in it. So he drove it to school about a week, and we figured out we couldn't afford gas or tires for it. So we had to buy him something else. So, but it is good. It's nice. Try to keep it up. So
I love it. I love that it's in the family. It's something that we can definitely relate to, Lisa and I, with ours too. I am going to transition to something else. Something you do more than anyone is not travel specifically, but you do travel workouts, probably as many. You probably visited as many different CrossFits as I have at this point. So when you guys go and like you're looking for things to do, either on the beach, maybe in Hilton Head or some other things, you find a place for it. Can you talk to that just a little bit?
Well, I tell you, it may sound bad, but I'm scared to death if I don't work out almost every day. When I come in the next day, the workout will kill me. But it is amazing. It's just a family. Everywhere I've been, and to the gyms and the people, they just accept you, and they'll ask where you're at, what you do, and it's not like what people would think. And I think that was the biggest thing when I first come to CrossFit. I'd heard all the stories, and you come to CrossFit, you're going to be carrying truck tires and stuff, which we have done some truck tires, but I think it's a family. Everybody, it doesn't matter where you're at, you can get better. So, and I enjoy it and going out and seeing. And my wife says, I've got about 1,000 T-shirts. She said, you'll have to buy a T-shirt, so I get a T-shirt too.
That's it. We see those still pop up in the gym every now and then, and I love it. I love that you do that, but it shows also like the commitment level that you put into this, and maybe we get a chance to talk about results later on. But if we don't, like it's done so much, but also again for our community to see people when they travel, and Clay just posted a video about his travel and working out. I love that. Love seeing those. We're going to get into a few questions, and we may circle back around to a couple of those things. But these are totally off the wall, and it's more just like the first thing that comes to mind. I'm interested with this first one. Let's say that after this interview, you walk outside, you find a lottery ticket for that's a winner for $10 million. What do you do with $10 million today?
What I do with $10 million? I first would pay off all of my kids, any of their debt. Make sure, my wife, one of the things we've talked about is she would love to go to Walmart or just somewhere and just buy people's groceries or just hand them money and things like that. And I think that's what we would do. Now, we would have to put some of it back, but I think just give it away. I mean, if there's one out there, we'll give it away.
That's awesome. Yeah. That is no surprise either at all. I love that answer. The next one, let's say that you've been given an elephant. You can't sell it. You can't give it away. What are you doing with this elephant?
God, you can't sell it. You can't give it away. I guess what we're going to do with it is we're going to build a place out in the backyard, and we're going to charge people to come and see it.
What else do you do with an elephant?
Yeah.
I've had some interesting answers to that question, although I wouldn't eat an elephant, but that's actually come up before.
My youngest grandson, Carter, he would want to ride it.
Yeah, I love it. I know Harrison and Ellie would definitely come out for that. So your room, your office, or your pickup, which one do you clean first?
Room, my office, or my pickup? Oh, definitely my pickup.
Definitely pickup. Tell me why.
I don't know. I want it to look nice, and I have to say I'm kind of my wife always cleans the room, so I don't have to worry about that. And then my office, it's just where I'm at. I hope I don't never get it dirty. So.
Yeah, I can imagine all are pristine.
I only clean it once a year. I clean out all the paperwork and move everything around once a year during the summer. So kind of get ready for the new year.
That's cool. Cool. So not a ton of work to be done there. Maybe the oddest question I've ever seen, but I'm curious what yours is. What sound or noise do you absolutely love to hear?
Sound or noise? I love to hear rain and
Okay.
thunder and lightning. I just love to hear it.
That's what will be on the sleep machine at night.
Yeah.
If you had that, very cool. I like that one. Take as long as you want because I really want to know this one and the details, as many details as possible. What was your very first job that you ever had, and maybe one that you wouldn't even put on a resume?
Uh, my very first job that I got paid on was at a farm. It was Dr. Kyle. He had a farm going right out of Oak Ridge on 61. And one of the things that we had to do there, they had what was called a mice house. Okay? So they, at that point, they raised all the mice that were used throughout the world for experiments. So one of the things we had to do was we had to shovel rat poop. So that was one of my first jobs. And I still remember it. I started out at $1 an hour
Wow.
and baled hay, and I loved it because I really, when I was in high school or before high school, I always wanted to be a farmer. He was a veterinarian, had Hereford cattle,
Yeah.
and really and truly he did a lot of the things that they have. They ORNL or one of them, they built their own mice house, I guess you
Yeah.
call it, and then I guess he went out of business. But
Right.
he was a very well-known person all over the world for those.
That's amazing. What a
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
If you've heard of like this or that, you'll pick one thing or the other, and the first thing that comes to mind, you'll go with.
All right.
We're gonna start with a few food things first.
Okay.
I think I know almost all of these, but we'll start with the, number one. Looking at eggs, do you go scrambled or over easy?
Scrambled
Scrambled eggs. Mashed potato or baked potato?
mashed potatoes.
Mashed potato. Sushi or smoked salmon?
Neither.
Neither. If you had to pick one,
If
what
I
would
had
it
to
be?
pick one, probably smoked salmon.
Probably smoked salmon. Have you ever tried sushi?
No.
Would you try sushi?
My son has tried to get me to do it.
We got to get this.
Yeah.
We got to make that happen.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot. It's
Yeah.
changed a lot over the years. But would you pick a mullet or mutton chops? And if I need to explain what mutton chops is, I can.
Oh,
I can
a mullet,
definitely.
a mullet.
A mullet for sure.
Yeah.
Do you know what a mutton chop
Yeah,
is?
No.
Okay, so Wolverine, like the
Oh,
Marvel
just down
character,
here. Yeah.
just to hear,
Yeah.
clean chin.
Yeah.
Crazy. I didn't know what it was.
Had an afro in high school.
No way.
Yes. Yes.
I need pictures.
Yeah.
For
yeah.
sure.
Now, let's hope my wife may have some, but yeah.
Rachel, we're coming.
Yeah.
We're coming to you for that one. All right, t-shirt or button-up?
T-shirt,
T-shirt all the way. Flip-flops or sneakers?
sneakers,
Love it. For sports, would you go fishing or kayaking?
kayaking,
Kayaking. Okay. Surprise one. Bowling or putt-putt?
bowling,
Bowling. But you are a golfer too.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Video games or board games?
board games.
Board games. Even with like, well, I guess the grandkids are almost like
Yeah.
they'll be there before
be
too
there.
long.
Yeah.
Vacations. Would you take a trip over staying at home for a staycation?
Oh yeah. I take a trip.
Take a trip.
Yeah.
Choose between a theme park or a water park.
My age now, a theme park.
Theme-
Before, water park.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Zoo or aquarium?
Zoo.
Okay. Going to CrossFit specific, and you have to answer at least one. Lateral or bar facing burpees?
Lateral.
Lateral burpees. Power cleans or power snatches?
Power clean.
Okay. And rowing or running?
Running now.
Running now. It wasn't before.
No.
Tim, I'm going to close it out and give you an opportunity just to say anything that you'd like to say to anyone that might be watching out there. But before we do that, I can't tell you how much impact that you've had on our family here. And I'm talking about all the members, but also my wife, me, just over the years, even before the gym, what a huge positive impact you've had on us and our entire community. We are so blessed to have you and so thankful to have you here. And You make a huge difference in so many people's lives outside of our gym, but the impact is just the same inside the gym, and we just want to say thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
We want to give you the floor. You've got as much time as you like.
I think, I still remember the first time it was me and Kelly Myers and Eric Snyder,
Yeah.
Dale's the one that had been pushing us. Dale Cantrell had been pushing us, say, you need to come, and he was losing all this weight and doing all this thing. So we decided to try it, and, really came at night. And that, for me, was really hard because after we had so many things that happened at night and things like that. But that was my goal. My goal was to try to come 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week, and just try it for a month and see what happened. And I think until, we did it for about 3 months and shut down for COVID, so we had to do it at home. And I figured out how hard it is. Most people say, I can work out at home, and it's just different. Into some gyms that, you pay a trainer to help you for a day or 2, and then you go off on your own, and you really don't see the results. And I think that's the one thing that at CrossFit is I didn't come for the results. I just come to get in shape and feel better and get my blood pressure down. And the next thing you know, I lost 40 pounds, and now I'm sore every day. I think that's the thing that people don't understand. You're always going to be sore, and but I used to hate burpees. The first time I never could do one, and now, some days we do 100 of them. So it is amazing what you all have helped us do, and I think that's the thing that people need to know if they're thinking about CrossFit. They just need to come and try it. And you all, what was it? Is our motto when we started? It was couch to CrossFit, and I think I've made the transition.
For sure, for sure. And you've actually got your first competition coming up.
Yes.
It's right around the corner.
Yeah, September 11th. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, come out and support Tim. He's going to be working. Actually, Dale's your partner for this workout. So that's a memorial or a tribute workout for 9/11, and we got lots of events going on that day. So I know we're all excited to see you guys go at it for that weekend. But Tim, again, we can't thank you enough, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.